Masia Freixa. In the Plaça de Josep Freixa i Argemí, it's impossible to miss the imposing house from which the square takes its name, in honour of the industrialist who had it built. To start your visit, stand just a few metres away from the main door. First of all, we suggest you walk around the building.
But before we begin, breathe in the air. Stop for a while in this tranquil spot and take a good look around you. Although it looks like something out of a fantasy world, this beautiful building in front of you is absolutely real, even though its shapes and outlines seem to have been eroded away until they've become rounded and seem to be dancing in space. The Masia Freixa, which is now owned by the town council, was originally an alpaca wool mill and a few years later became the home of the industrialist Josep Freixa. Lluís Muncunill designed the building and was also responsible for subsequent alterations. The architect's original plans featured a one-story rectangular building with a pitched roof. Afterwards, he clad the roof with brick-faced vaults, underpinned by the original factory walls, and covered them in glass-encrusted cement, creating a contrast between the white walls and the dark, glistening rooftop. Doesn't it seem like a place that exudes sensuality? Can you see any straight lines from where you're standing now? The rooftop, windows, entrance porch, the door, and even the raised area around the building are all undulating. After all, the Modernista credo was, "Everything in nature is sinuous." The subsequent alterations to the building introduced some important new features which further accentuate this dogma. If you take a few steps back to the right, as far as the west side of the house, you'll find a large threshing floor. Can you see the huge parabolic arch on the west facade? Doesn't it look as if it's leaning slightly? Even the green ceramic skirting around the building is curvilinear. Next to it, the south facade is made up of a large gallery of 9 catenary arches, surmounted by brick vaults resembling small domes. The interplay of light and shadows created by the rays of the sun makes the building look even more unreal. If you walk the rest of the way around the house, you'll come to the east facade. Here, a rotunda with large windows puts us in mind of the structure of an apse, with an upper section that was used as a water tank. Next to it, you'll see the minaret-like tower, which lends that personal touch to the building. Now you've walked all the way around the building. I'm sure you'll understand why it's one of the jewels of the town's Modernista heritage.
Now let's go back to the main door, which will take you inside the house.